Hello, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am Sam. Thank you so much for being here. It's been crazy. Absolutely crazy with Christmas and all the things. Look over this. So pretty much I have encountered my yearly winter spider mite outbreak. So fun. Oh, and it just so happens that it's in my grow tent, which you guys know houses all of my favorite, most special plants in my collection, at least most of them. Pretty much I started noticing a decline a couple of weeks ago, but I've just been so busy. It's been so chaotic with Christmas shopping, just all the things, family. It's been nuts, y'all. And then trying to clean up my house from Christmas. We had boxes piled literally almost to the ceiling. I haven't been able to really tend to my plants or see what was going on, even though in the back of my mind I kind of knew, like, oh shit, this is spider mites. Like, it has to be spider mites. The time is now. The time has come. Because it's just that time of year. There's just something that happens. It's pretty much inevitable because it's going to happen every single year. And I'm going to have to treat every single one of my plants in my collection. But anyways, it's been long enough that there's already some damage taking place, and y'all are gonna see that. So I did go ahead and start pulling plants and treating them, specifically my more special plants. I love all my plants, but you know what I mean. I just didn't have time to film beforehand. I just had to kind of jump into it. It's just one of those things. I just kind of want to film some of the stuff I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days. This is going to be a vlog style video, and I just want to show you some updates on some stuff as well. Oh, and I'm not going to make y'all sit here while I treat every single plant, don't worry, because I do this every year pretty much, a spider mite treatment video. If y'all just kind of want to hang out and take a look at some of my plants, some of my plant issues. Also found some other weird critters that I'm going to pop a video in of. Maybe y'all can help me identify them. I don't know what they are. It's going to be a totally random video, so okay, let's go. Okay, let's start off by taking a look at my gorgeous Philodendron silver sword. I love this plant, but this one is one that was definitely hit the worst with spider mites. So you can kind of see some of the webbing here. Whenever I can see webbing on a plant, like with the naked eye, without having to really put it under lights and look really closely, that means it ate up pretty bad. So I just kind of figured I'd show you one of my worst ones. It's not terrible. I mean, it is. It's worse than what it looks like here because there's webbing literally at every single leaf and every single node. Just figured I'd share it with you. So here it is. Luckily, this one has not sustained too much damage, so I'm thankful for that. I caught it soon enough that I can treat it and hopefully it can go on its merry way and continue growing and doing its thing. Here's my grow tent that I really haven't tended to in the last 2 weeks. I've kind of popped in to water a couple things that were like in dire need, but otherwise not really. Already treated a bunch of plants. Please look over the mess. Everything is just so ugh. My kids are being so loud. I apologize. Pretend you can't hear that, okay? This is the plant that I found the weird bugs on. I'm gonna insert a video. I'm sorry it wouldn't focus super well, but I'm gonna insert a video right here. This is the only plant that I found those particular bugs on. They were crawling on the leaves. I did see a couple coming up the stem. This is in moss. It's fully rooted, so I need to get it out. Look at those roots doing some cool stuff. But you can see the moss has algified and it has like some white moldy stuff on it. It's really gross. If you touch it, it's sticky. But I have noticed whenever I have plants like in a Ziploc bag or something and moss for a long time and the moss gets algae on it and gets kind of all nasty and moldy, that there will be, especially if there's something in there that's rotting, like a rotting node or something, I'll notice that there's little like mites and bugs in the moss. So, but I've never really paid that much attention to them, so I don't really know if that's what it was. But I don't know, they definitely look like mites, but they were faster and a little bit larger than spider mites. I don't think it's spider mites. This is just a really old leaf right here. So I don't know. I mean, there's a little damage on there maybe, but I think it's from underwatering. Regardless, the plant's doing well. The roots look great. And you guys, I couldn't believe when I seen this. There's 2 new leaves coming in. The fact that anthuriums can put off 2 new leaves at one time. This is the second anthurium that I have doing this. How cool is that? They're so cute. Really happy to finally have a little clarinervium that's doing well. And yeah, maybe I'll have a big full plant eventually. This, I'm pretty positive, is a crystallinum. And she has a new leaf also, very cute. And this was setting directly behind this guy. This one isn't in moss, it's in soil, as you can see. and there was absolutely no bugs on this one, not even spider mites. So, and there was none of those bugs were on any of the surrounding plants of this one either. So I don't know what they are. If anyone knows, please feel free to drop a comment and let me know, because I'm super curious. They just kind of pick and choose what plants they want to set up shop on. So all these plants I didn't see mites on, but you know, whenever you get mites like this in the same vicinity as multiple other plants, you kind of just have to go with it and treat all of them. Here's my Dark Lord. I'm sorry it's so dark. This is his newest leaf, and he's working on another one. He's getting so big, you guys. I love him so much. This is my Forgetii. If you remember, he put off this leaf and jacked himself up. Look, he's in that icky moss too, but I didn't see anything on him. This is his new leaf, and he is working on another one. He seems to be doing really, really well now that I kind of got his watering desires down pat. So that's good. Hopefully this leaf's not too jacked up. I mean, has some imperfections, but yeah, it's better than all the previous leaves, so I'll take it. And it's not done growing yet. I love this plant because it's an oval leaf. There's no like lobe. There's no ears. It's incredible. Here on my beautiful Magnificum, check out this new leaf. He was living outside the tent, and he put off this little dinky leaf, and I was like, okay, it's time to move him in the tent and get some larger leaves. And this is his newest leaf. Like, look at that. Look at the size difference. And I don't know if he's done growing yet or not, that leaf. But, guys, now this leaf was on its way out already because it's an older leaf. It was like doing the crispy stuff. But if you look at the splotching, the chlorotic splotching on that leaf, as well as that one, yeah, he has spider mites. So I'm gonna have to treat him before it takes over and takes out all of his leaves, because I love this plant so very much. And then also my Pastazanum's looking a little bit chlorotic, so I suspect she has spider mites. It's just like a lot of these plants have freaking spider mites, and I have seen the webbing and the mites on a couple of them. Also, this is the second Varicosum. The spider mites completely took out my other little Varicosum cutting. It's gone. It died. And this is the new one that I got not too long ago, and they're taking it out as well. I don't know, y'all. I'm about to give up on Varicosums because they seem to be just spider mite magnets. Like, can't keep them off of them, and then it spreads to all my other plants. So I'm going to remove this leaf and treat this one and just kind of hope for the best. But at this point, I'm kind of over it. This is the compo. I don't even know if I showed you guys the Philodendron compo that I had gotten, and it was literally, you guys, it was down to like right here when I got it like a month ago. I don't know, it may have been a little bit longer than that. I'm horrible with time. And it had this growth point, and already look at this. Amazing. I really want those leaves to mature, so I need to get it on a pole. So maybe that's something we can tackle in this video, because I have to get something in here for this babe to grab a hold of so her leaves can mature. She's just growing so fast. I'm so proud of her. And like, let me just see here. Look at this. She is trelling at this point. I want those leaves to mature. I want her to get her cute little ears. She's about to unfurl another new leaf. So she's doing real well, but she needs a bowl, and she needs treated for spider mites. So I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. I've decided, well, I actually discovered that I have an extra moss pole, one of my little homemade ones, that I'm not going to be using because I chopped the plant up.
Because the plant had spider mites that I chopped up and took the pole from. I took the pole and I soaked it in my sink for, it's been about 3 hours now actually. I soaked it in hot, soapy water, and then I also put isopropyl alcohol, which is what I'm using to treat my plants for the spider mites. I put that in the water that the moss pole has been soaking in as well, because I really don't know any other way to ensure that whatever pest you're dealing with for sure gets out of the moss pole so that you can reuse them again, because it's just not practical to throw away moss poles whenever you have pest outbreaks.
So we're gonna go grab that, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my philodendron compost. Let's do it. Hi. Okay, hello. It's been about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since I started my spider mite treatments and started this video. So I just kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing a vlog, I guess, about plant struggles and some updates and just a lot of stuff. I have no idea. It's a mashup, okay? I'm a mess. I thought I would show you guys some updates on a few things because we do have updates. We do have progress. So a lot of the plants that were affected and took a big hit from the spider mites are doing better now. They've stopped losing leaves since their treatment and they're growing. Also, check it out. Check it out. I've already injured myself. Let me show you. It's starting to heal now, but it was really bad, you guys. Like, I myself up. My mom got all of my kids a hoverboard. My youngest kid is only a year old, so she obviously is not going to be riding a hoverboard. Needless to say, we have an extra hoverboard, and I have just been enjoying the shit out of it. It's been riding around like crazy. It's so much fun, but every time I hit a bump, or if there's like a toy on the floor and I run over it, it throws my ass off, and it humbles me real quick, okay? But it's hella fun, y'all. Hella fun.
And initially I was like, oh gosh, this is a terrible idea, but it turns out they're pretty fun, and my kids are great on them. Camilla, she's 3, and Corbin is 5. Both of them are better than me on the hoverboard, so what do you know? All right, let me get off here before I break my neck. Everything has just been so crazy around here. Everything's cluttered, so please look over my house, but I'm gonna show you guys some updates. Let's do it, let's do some updates. 2 weeks later.
All of my syngoniums are always hit the worst when it comes to spider mites. So this has lost all of his leaves clearly, and it sucks because he was so big and so pretty. I just actually noticed this yesterday, that he is unfurling a new leaf. That's good, right? That's a good thing. It's a good sign. I'm gonna have to cut him back, honestly, because he's super leggy. He's gonna be.
My Monstera Peru was finally doing really well, and it put off this new leaf, and it was so big and so pretty. I don't know what it is about the Peru. I think their leaves just have like a yellowish, chlorotic-ish look to them. I don't know. I really don't, but I've cut this guy up so many times, and yeah, like I said, finally he was doing good. He put off this new growth point and this new leaf, and he started unfurling this leaf, and I was like, uh-oh, spider mites. And sure enough, he had spider mites, so. This is actually a very dusty Philodendron pedatum. I believe it's Philodendron pedatum gladhands, and basically it's just a larger leafed Philodendron pedatum. I have a smaller regular pedatum also, and definitely underwhelming compared to this guy. I've had him for probably going on a year now, but yeah, he's still in moss. I really, really like this plant, and I just purchased it as a large form pedatum, but based off of the gladhands that I've seen, pretty sure it's the same plant. He's just spectacular. Sexy beast. Painted lady. Didn't find any mites on her either. She hasn't lost any leaves, but I treated her. This is her newest leaf here. I love the painted lady, y'all. For whatever reason, this one seems to be really prone to root rot. I've rotted the roots on this probably 3 times in the last couple of years that I've had her. And I mean, she always roots back up super easily, but I'm just like, why do I keep doing this? She's in this little baby food jar of moss. So that's why she's so itty bitty right now. Isn't that variegation beautiful? The higher light you give these guys, the more stunning the variegation is, and the more yellow the leaf will be. Something about those pink petioles and the variegated leaves. And then there's also like a pink stripe going down through the leaves. It's gorgeous. Okay, here's a little update on the, I don't know if I showed y'all this before. I'm not really sure. I can't remember what I've showed you and what I haven't in previous videos, but this is my lovely Anthurium pallidiflorum that I got a few months ago. And this was his newest leaf here. It's incredible. So when it first came out, it started ripping itself. And basically the reason the leaf looks so funky is because I propped the leaf up on other plants and it was still kind of growing out and it hadn't hardened off yet, because it appeared that the weight of the leaf was causing this to rip more. And I didn't want the whole leaf to rip off. Like, that would have been so painful to my little heart. And it seemed to work. I left it propped up like that until it hardened off, and it seems to have healed itself, and it's gorgeous. And I love how funky it is, like the way that it waves, it does the worm. You guys already know I love quirky plants, quirky leaves. So, and he's already actually working on another leaf right there. Very cool. So here's what I did with my Philodendron compo.
Oh, and I'm just noticing she has unfurled a new leaf since I last peeked in here on her. So I treated her for spider mites. This is the only leaf that's really turned chlorotic, and this happened due to the spider mites before her treatment. The rest of them have held up pretty well. And then I put this pole in here as well for her. As you can see, she is taller than the pole, so I really need to make some larger moss poles, but honestly, a taller pole is not going to fit in this small pot. She doesn't have a super significant root system, so I can't up pot her too much, you know, to fit a bigger pole in. So I'm just kind of gonna have to make do with this. I really do want to mature her leaves, so it's kind of like, what do I do? New leaf on Philodendron giganteum. Look at that. Guys, I actually found scale on this. I'm not sure if I've shown you yet in this video, but I did get a clip of it. I don't have my mic in, but guess what else I found? I just happened to notice it. I was like, is that scale? And I seen these little dots. And sure enough, y'all, that is scale. So it's like this red scale. I don't know, but I moved it with my finger. And let me see here. Yeah, that is scale. Oh boy. This is the problem. We have spider mites and we have scale. I was treating it for spider mites, and I didn't even notice the scale when I was treating it. And I removed the leaf. There was like 2 yellow blotches, and I got to looking and I was like, is that scale? And so I took my fingernail and just popped it over, and sure enough it was. There were 2 scaly bugs sucking the life out of the leaf that it was attached to. So I treated it really well, and I'm just keeping a close eye on it, trying to make sure that there's no more scale that's going to be popping up, because it kind of gets missed. That's one pest that I definitely miss a lot because I'm just not used to it and it doesn't move or anything. So, whew. Here's the Scindapsus. Whatever it is, I don't think it's a Scindapsus. I say that every time, but it was labeled Scindapsus, and it's very, very cool.
It's still trying here. It's doing its best to unfurl that leaf, but it's on the struggle bus a little bit. So, you know, hopefully he can get straightened out.
This is the most perfect leaf that I've gotten yet on this plant, and that's just because I've been keeping up with his watering. The top is good, which is super exciting, because that's my favorite thing about this plant is the top. It's so suede-y, like feels just... there's no words to describe the way it feels. It's so cool. Isn't it huge? Look at that. It's bigger than my hand. Oh, 100%. It's probably as big as my head, honestly. And we have another new growth point. So over the summer, I rutted my squamiferum. Okay, you already know I did. That's what I do. Anyway, so I took a cutting, and this is the cutting. It was, I don't know, had like 2 leaves and a growth point, I think. And now it's just, again, popping off. So I'm pretty sure it's rooted down in there. This is the new leaf. I didn't find any mites on this guy. So I don't know what's going on with this new leaf. It's like marbled. I don't know what's going on with the new leaf, but it's gorgeous and it hasn't gotten worse. So it was just this growth point, like it was down to here. I noticed, I don't know, a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, that there was something poking up out of the moss on this side of the pot. And at first I thought it was a flower, but I quickly realized, no, it's a new growth point, and it put off a new leaf. So it put off that leaf, which also has some of that funky going on, I'm just noticing. Maybe it is from spider mites. It got treated, so either way. And now we are currently working on this leaf here. So cute. I love the squammy. I seriously just adore this plant so much. It's definitely like in my top 10 favorite philodendron, for sure. And it's such a vigorous grower also. This here is a... what are you? Philodendron Soderoi AFF, right? Yes. He has 2 leaves, 2 beautiful leaves. And does he have a growth point? Yes, a growth point right there. So I'll be really excited to see that new leaf. My Glorious is wimping out on me. She's done with life. She always does this. She's so dramatic. She hates life. She hates me. But I keep her around because she tries her best, right? I don't even want to talk about it. My El Chaco, my favorite plant in the world. If I have the opportunity this year to buy a full-size plant instead of a little baby, I'm going to do it. Every time it's doing great and the leaves start getting larger and it's healthy and it just starts getting some size to it, some maturity, it gets hit with either root rot or spider mites, and it just loses all of its leaves and has to start over, and I'm just completely done with it. Done with it. Hello, look over the dirty car. This is my husband's car, and he takes it to work. I don't have my headphones or mic with me. but I figured I could add this into the vlog. Shut up, car. I am currently at Lowe's. I'm here to see if they got the plant stand that I'm needing to get back in stock. They have the display, so I'm gonna show y'all what one it is. I've been here a couple times. The last time I was here was like a couple weeks ago though. They didn't have it in stock either time. They have all the other ones, but not the 4-tier that I need. And this particular stand is going in my grow tent. I'm gonna get rid of the small black flimsy one that's in there. And when I get the stand and put it in there, I'm gonna have room for all kinds of plants. So I really need to get it. It's winter here, it's really cold, and I need it so I can move more plants into my grow tent. So that's what I'm here for. So I thought I'd just bring y'all along. We'll go in and see if they have it. Maybe we'll take a peek around at the plants if they have anything interesting. And then if they have it, I guess I'll bring y'all home with me to set it up and kind of show you the finished product. The alternative, if they don't have the plant stand in stock today, I guess I'm gonna get on Lowe's.com and order it. I just really didn't want to have to do that because I'm impatient and I want it now and I want to set it up this weekend. I don't want to wait. Let's go see if they got it. Okay, so here's the display of the stand that I'm wanting. Over here beside it is the taller 5-tier. That's the one that I have in my bedroom window. It's great. I love it. So it only makes sense that I want the smaller version for my tent. So they have this chrome stand, and then they also have a black one just like it, but it's painted black. And look at all the stock. I was completely against the black painted stand for whatever reason. I just didn't really care for it. I preferred the chrome. So I put the chrome, this one, in my cart, and then last minute, for whatever reason, decided I wanted to exchange it for the black one. So that's what I did. Y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and warn you, everything is a mess. My house is a mess right now. We've been doing a lot of stuff. And I have a bunch of laundry on my bed that I'm gonna try to avoid showing you. But here's the stand I ended up getting. I don't know why, but I went with the black one. I was completely against getting the black painted stand. Like, I wanted the chrome one. Last minute, I took the chrome one out of my cart and I put this one in. I was really excited they were in stock though, nonetheless. So this looks like it'll fit pretty good in here. This is the stand we're gonna be pulling out. And I'm going to set this one on this wall. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here. So I'm going to have to remove all of this. I may put the humidity box back in on this bottom shelf down here. I don't know just yet. Yeah, so I'm just kind of going to set the camera up and y'all can watch me do the dang thing, I guess. We have a lot of stuff to do. Jason's taking our Christmas tree down now, finally. Like, I wanted to get it down sooner, but he's been working a lot. So, yeah, he's taking the tree down while I do this, and then we're all kind of going out and about on a little family adventure. I want to try to get this done as quickly and easily as possible. So let's do it. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out all these plants over here and on the stand, and I think I'm going to temporarily kind of set them on the new stand just so I can make room and get this stand pulled out without knocking anybody over, breaking off any leaves. If we can get this done without harming any of my plants, then it'll be a success.
So I couldn't get in, so I left and come back. And I pull in, and he's standing in the middle of the road, like blocking the road. So I go around him, he walks up to my car and just like staring in the window.
What?
I completely fucking ignore him, because, you know.
What?
And I get out, walks right over in front of me, and he's like, what was he doing down here the first time? I said I was coming to my storage unit, but I didn't have the right set of keys. He's like, was there an alarm? Did you set off an alarm when he's down here? I said, no, there's no alarms on these storage units. He's like, oh, well, I was just checking on what he's doing.
What are they even doing?
I don't know. The box for the balls that big.
It might be in the laundry room. I don't know.
What?
My little varicosum baby is coming back after her brutal spider mite attack. Can you guys just look at that new leaf? Look at the red. It's so dark and prominent. Like, ooh, that's beautiful. Oh. Edible Poency. The new leaf. Love it. Love you. Alright.
We've gotten all the plants out, well, off of the stand. Anyway, I think I'm going to pull up my big pastazanum. It's kind of chilling down here because he takes up a lot of area space. It's kind of in the way.
Look at this guy. I haven't shown him with me, like actually holding him up so you can really just see how big he is in a very long time. Get you one. I really need to wipe this stand off before I pull it out and get dirt everywhere, so I will be right back. Okay, I got my cleaner, paper towels. You can't really tell, but there's so much room. Really? I dropped you guys, sorry. There's so much room left on the stand, so this was the goal. I wanted to be able to fit a bunch more plants on this stand and put in the tent because the small one just doesn't hold that many, but it's taking up space. So yeah, this is awesome. This is great. This is perfect. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Good enough. Oh no, my turtles. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay. So here she is. This flimsy old stand that I've had since the beginning of time. Okay, so here it is. As you can see, it's a perfect fit.
Much better than this one. However, now I think I want to make things a little bit more difficult on myself. I think that I really want this stand to go on this back wall. I just think that kind of makes more sense to have the largest, longest stand on the back wall.
Hello. It is a few days later, and I'm pretty well done for now with my grow tent. So I just wanted to pop in real quick and give y'all a little peek at the finished product because I'm really enjoying the turnout. I'm really loving the way this looks. I'm just thrilled that I finally got this stand and got it set up, got it moved in. I love the way it looks. I think it looks so much better than it did previously. So I kind of got the tent and I just threw some things in there. I got one small stand and we were just kind of making do. I wasn't really utilizing all the space that I have inside the tent. And now I feel like I can finally do that. It's not perfect, but it is, it looks nice. It's my own little secluded, boxed in jungle, and it's perfect. I have this stand over here on this wall. I mean, I have it packed full, you guys, and I am gonna move some of these out once spring comes. I'm not gonna have it this cram packed forever. It's just kind of like temporary because you know, winters are really harsh here. I have this guy here, I have my tie here, I have this stand here. The only thing that I kind of wish is that I could move that little stand out because I left a little round circle table back there so that I could put my giant ass pastazanum on because it just takes up so much space and honestly that's a great spot for it. However, because of that, the stand is kind of pushed down in behind this one, so you can't really see what's going on in this corner. And I actually don't have it filled up. I don't have that much stuff back there. So I definitely need to tweak a few things here and there. But honestly, for now, it's great. And then I have this little Monstera table here with my humidifier, a few other plants. I move my begonia in. Here's that varicosum new leaf, unfurling, obsessed. This is a philodendron. I'll put the name on the screen. I'll put it on the screen, but yeah, this is what she is. I just moved her in. Here's my Linnae, getting ready to put off this beast. Here's just a little peek at the top shelf here. Yeah, so here we are, you guys. What do you think? Do y'all think it looks better? Do you think it looks good? What's your thoughts? I just wanted to show you guys the turnout, so anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out, watching this video, putting up with my shenanigans. I'm gonna see you guys again really soon in my next video. I love y'all. Goodbye.